Homelessness. It's one of the most difficult issues our society faces. A challenge where everyone can agree much work needs to be done. So you would think that in a city like Seattle, with nearly 12,000 unsheltered men, women, and children, every person and organization willing to help these neighbors would be welcomed and encouraged to do so. By and large, you'd be right. City and county officials gladly work alongside organizations and scores of volunteers so we can all best serve those in need. But now, a very misguided court decision could put a major dent in this important effort. My name is Scott Chin. I have the privilege of serving as the president for Seattle's Union Gospel Mission. Founded by local ministers seeking to serve those displaced during the Great Depression, the mission's primary purpose is to bring the love of Jesus and hope for a new life to those who need it most. The mission seeks nothing less than to see every homeless neighbor beloved, redeemed, and restored. We do so by meeting urgent physical needs while building relationships and inviting our neighbors to join us as we seek to follow Jesus in every aspect of our lives. And unlike many programs who serve the homeless, we don't wait for people to find us. We go out looking for them at homeless encampments, under rumbling overpasses, and in dark alleys. We know the names, stories, and how to reach over 3,000 homeless individuals. That's how we're able to engage these men and women and offer them what they so desperately need in both body and soul. Our results speak for themselves. 2 years after completing our programs, 70% of our clients are working or going to school full-time. In fact, 25% of our current employees are graduates of our programs. That success is a byproduct of our most important priority, bringing others into relationship with Jesus Christ. We want everyone to know, no matter their circumstances, they are loved and cared for by us and by God. Of course, a philosophy only works if everyone involved buys into it. That's why the mission requires all employees to share and live out their Christian beliefs, be actively involved in a local church, and be willing and able to share the gospel with those whom we serve. But in 2016, a man decided to apply for a full-time position with the mission's legal aid clinic. Despite the fact that he did not agree with the mission's religious beliefs or follow its religious lifestyle requirements. In fact, he applied with the stated purpose of trying to change the mission's beliefs, the very thing that spurred our remarkable success. You can understand why we had to choose another candidate. Sadly, the applicant took the mission to court. He prevailed when the Washington Supreme Court ruled in his favor, even though our state specifically excludes religious nonprofits like ours from laws that control employment decisions. In doing so, the state's highest court denied the mission a religious freedom that the federal government and nearly every state protects: the ability of religious organizations to hire those who share and live out that organization's beliefs. This ruling is unconstitutional. Under the First Amendment, the government doesn't get to interfere when a church or religious organization chooses to hire only those who share the organization's faith. After all, a religious nonprofit's purpose will be undermined if it's forced to hire those who subvert the group's religious beliefs. So with the help of Alliance Defending Freedom, we have asked the U.S. Supreme Court to hear our case. The mission and the thousands of vulnerable people we serve now depends on the nation's highest court to uphold the God-given freedom of religious organizations like ours. You can learn more about our case at adflegal.org and find more videos like this at adflegal.org/freedommatters. You can also subscribe to ADF on YouTube and follow them on Facebook.